Hi, I just want to talk a little bit today about running a team meeting. If you're running a team, if you're running a department, if you're running a business where there are employees, then it's really important that you run a team meeting. So if you don't run a team meeting, I really strongly encourage you to run a regular team meeting and to make it a regular weekly team meeting, because it's really going to add a huge amount of value to you, the business, the organisation, and where it is that you're moving to, and to review and to move forward and to pick up on all the issues that you need to pick up on. If you do run a team meeting, then is it effective? How can you make it the best team meeting that it could possibly be? I think the elements of a good team meeting include, first of all, ensuring that everybody is there insofar as possible. Think about what is the best day to run that team meeting on. Is it best to run it on a Monday? Is it best to run it on a Friday? I think a good team meeting will include a little bit of looking back, reviewing what's gone well, key themes and so on, and celebrating what's gone well, giving people praise, as well as looking forward. Also, a good team meeting is that opportunity to pick up on the issues, the main problem areas and so on, that you can pick up issues and nip them in the bud. That can be really, really powerful for you, for other departments and for the entire organisation. I think also in terms of a structure of a team meeting, it's really good to start off that meeting with a little bit of a state of the nation. In other words, starting off with a big picture of the organisation where it's at. Now, many managers and many department heads are a little bit nervous about this or don't do it. I think, again, it's missing a trick. If you don't tell people what's going on in the organisation, if you don't give them a view about where the organisation is and where it's going, guess what? People are going to gossip at the coffee machine or at the water fountain, and it's really going to be divisive for your team and for your organisation. And the power of doing that State of the Nation kind of talk means that people are engaged, they're informed, they're involved in that particular conversation. And should there be serious issues like restructure, redundancy, those things don't come as a surprise, and you're able to manage that and everybody's on side rather than splintered. So that's the overall big picture kind of stuff. Then I think a really good team meeting tends to have an element where, of course, you'll talk and set up where things are at, and then each member of the task, or each member of the team, gets to report in on what it is that they've been doing and so on, which helps people understand everybody else's role and helps everybody else know what's been going on within the team. I think, of course, this needs to be very much managed so that you're giving the right amount of time. This isn't an opportunity for everybody to blow their own trumpet, but it is an opportunity for everybody to find out what's been going on and for people to feel an important part of that particular team. So I really wish you well with your team meeting as you develop the team meeting. I think another thing that will help you is to look at how long should that team meeting be. Again, I've seen when I've coached particular organisations, worked within organisations myself, that this is something that some organisations get very well and some others really struggle with. I think an effective team meeting, as with an effective meeting, tends to be actually the shorter ones. In most cases, you do not need an hour and a half, 2-hour team meeting. If you have got a very large team, perhaps you might have sub-team meetings. But actually, in most cases, a very effective team meeting can be done in about half an hour. And therefore, by making it short, snappy, to the point, everybody's going to be engaged. Because the last thing you want is for good content to be undermined by just a sprawling meeting that goes on for too long. And therefore, it does mean that it needs to be chaired effectively and equitably. And finally, there might be some other interesting things that you might want to do and explore in order to make that team meeting fun. Of course, some people have biscuits, have their cakes or whatever, or perhaps have healthy options nowadays also in order to make those team meetings fun. They can be a little bit of fun. They can then lead on to a lunch or whatever it is that particularly works with you. Remember, it's about ultimately getting the best out of the team and the best out for the organisation. But one of the things that I've seen that some teams do, for example, is some teams decide to do exciting things like mixing around who chairs that meeting. It might work for you, perhaps it's something to look at. What can be quite interesting about that is that they can be an opportunity for team development, individual development and so on, as people make presentations or as they speak. So take a look at your team meetings and see about how is it they can be enhanced in order that you're able to move forward individually and collectively. Wishing you all the best.